What's up everybody, Soul here with another Menace video for your viewing pleasure, and today we're going to be talking about our girl Carta. By popular demand, a lot of people have asked me to do this video, and yeah, this chick is phenomenal. She has a lot of strengths and she is a investment. Let's say that. She is an investment you will not regret. Yeah, so let's talk about why. First, let's take a look at Carta down here. As you can see, her promotion tax is incredibly low. Let's compare that to like Darby. We click on Darby here, we see her promotion tax is 15. It's triple what Carta's is. We can come over here and we can check out Greenhorn, and so we look at his promotion tax, 15, really high. The only one that really matches it is Sachin, but it is promotion tax of 5. But another thing that makes her really strong is her growth potential. That's the key with Carda. Her growth potential is huge. And so as you see right here, the chance of increasing a stat every time a unit takes an associated action. So their stats will increase. All unit stats have the potential to increase with a diminishing effect per mission. That needs to be understood. I believe it's about 30%. I'll have to pull something up on that. But regardless, she has the potential of gaining stats in missions based on the associated actions taken. And that's what makes her so strong, is her growth potential is really high. We come over here to someone like Pike, and he has a growth potential of 2 compared to her 9 naturally. You know, and then Darby has a growth potential of 5. You know, Tech has a growth potential of 3. So yeah, it's something to be noted right there. That's what makes her so good. But how do you play her? How do you build her? Let's talk about that. First, we're going to, of course, talk about her ranks. And so as you can see right here, she has starts mission, out of craters is her initial trait or rank. Starts missions with a negative 15% accuracy and discipline, but gains stacking bonus of 5% to both stats to a maximum of 8 rounds. So that's a pretty good bonus. And then, how can you complain about a 40% increase to accuracy and discipline with enough time gone by? That's pretty nice right there within itself. She starts low, but it will grow and grow and grow. Now, please disregard that I have solid grouping right here. If you run it, there's nothing wrong with it. I tested it. I decided to go with that instead of new tricks and getting the bonus growth potential. But I'm going to tell you something. In my opinion, I prefer to have the growth potential. And on this run, I wanted to try something different. But yeah, that growth potential is pretty massive. And so growth potential is what I'd suggest you to pick up for her as her first promotion. And then when you want to go down here, now what you pick at this point in the next tier, if you will, it's really up to you. But let's talk about first aid. First aid is pretty nice in that she's able to heal her squaddies and do some pretty big stuff. I really like that. Certain squad leaders, let's talk about like Tech, have 18 hit points, and she's coming in hard and she'll heal them. And then, Tech's got some unique, we're going to say traits. I'm going to stick to traits. He has a unique trait in his rank where at tier 4 he's able to get that die hard ability where if he's alone he's mitigating 90% of the damage he takes, and she can keep him healed, and it is like a battery. It's really interesting. It's a great wombo combo, really fun. So this is really nice to see and to utilize. Past that, first aid doesn't have huge uses. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me down in the comments if you disagree. But share the load. Holy guacamole. This is her bread and butter in my opinion. And so you have share the load, which increases your special weapon uses by 1 for each squaddie up to 100%. So let's back on out of these ranks and let's take a look at this. So I personally love this RPG on her. The IMX SA RPG 2, I absolutely love it. Initially, you're getting 5 shots with that. However, with her and that ability, you're going into a match with 10 shots of this RPG, and that is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. I also like to throw on the mortar so that you have another way to get smoke out and do some suppression and things like that, but it doesn't have great damage. And later in the game, especially when you're like fighting Menace and things like that, kind of falls off. And so that's when the RPG comes in and really does a great job. If you're stationary and you're not moving a lot, I personally would throw on that that Zane Tech ASGM 2 on her, because that has 3 shots initially, but with her and that ability has 6, and it is unbelievably powerful. And so if you're stationary, you're not moving, maybe you're defending a hard point, that comes in and really does a really good job. But back on over to the ranks, that share the load is a must grab on her. Absolutely must grab for that reason. Doubling that ammo and allowing you to do so much more. Really, really nice. And then of course, if you're stationary or if you get to a point and you're defending it, I like to get steady gun on her. Absolutely love that bonus to accuracy and view range. I personally think it's fantastic. Now, you might not want this. Another one that I picked up at this rank is Tank Buster because, like I said, she's got that RPG, she's got the others. She's going to do so much damage to hardware. It's going to be insane. And really, that's what makes Carta so great, is her stats grow and grow and grow. And it gets to the point to where she can pretty much hit everything with pinpoint accuracy. And you're going to want to get rid of enemy hardware fast, and she can do it. She can put the special infantry items on and really destroy with them. With the bonus ammo, she's hitting pinpoint accuracy. Yeah, she's an investment. It takes time to grow her, but once you get her going, it's unbelievable. The start is painful, though. I will say that. The start is painful. And then at tier 4, we pick up that Team Spirit. And so Team Spirit, as you can see right here, anytime there's a kill or anything like that secured, she gets a bonus to accuracy and defense, and then a plus 15% to suppression reduction. This is phenomenal. I've absolutely enjoyed having this in every way, shape, form, and fashion. And yeah, can't say enough good about this. Full Sin's also pretty decent because we are focusing on those special weapons with her, as I would suggest. And so yeah, really good stuff right there. And then Call Out Target. That's another one I would definitely grab personally, but that's because I play Carta as like a hard-hitting, heavy, like end-all be-all support. If you're not playing her that way, and maybe she's your focal point, maybe you want a little more mobility, maybe you want to go athletic, mobile infantry, you know, hit the deck, those kind of things. There's nothing wrong with that. For me, I'd rather not get hit and not take damage, so I play more of, you know, hyper-aggressive support, where we're not taking those hits and taking that damage. However you want to play Carta, she's going to grow into it. That's the point. She's a heavy investment, but she does go into it. So talking about a heavy hitting support, let's talk about the builds. So as far as these weapons, sorry, the builds. The weapon, I've fallen in love with the laser rifle on her. The XL1A14. I absolutely love it on her. She's oppressive. She's aggressive. I can't get enough of this gun. And then not having to fuss with ammo is a huge win in my mind. I love it. And so this is a fantastic weapon for her, in my opinion. As I had mentioned in the special, well, let's go back to primary. There's nothing wrong with running this SPC on her, because that's what she's going to start with. Run it as long as you want. It does fall off. As soon as you can, I'd get a bar in her hand. That's my opinion. Once you get the crowbar in her hand, she's going to do really good things and feel good. If you can't get that, you can get the K pack, which is, you know, that SCP, you know, but extended. Right here we got this one. It's got the bonus range and things like that. This is a fantastic weapon too. It's comparable to the bar, but in my opinion, the bar is better. But once you get this laser rifle, test it, try it. I absolutely love it on her. It's bonkers, in my opinion. She does really good stuff because she's so accurate with that investment and that growth. And then, of course, she's getting all kinds of accuracy bonuses from her traits and abilities. So, her ranks, if you will. And then, of course, when we're talking about the special, infantry special, once again, in the early game, you're going to want to run something like this, this mortar. So good. Great suppression, great range, really good. And then the smokes. Can't say enough about the smokes. The smokes are so good, and she's able to give them at mad range. Fantastic. Just don't get caught in the trap early game if you run the mortar of keeping her way back and utilizing it obsessively. Make sure she's getting shots in with her primary weapon too, because you want those stat growths. You want to make sure that she's getting in the fray, getting good stat growths, and so on and so forth. With that said, when you can, you're going to get that ASGM2. Use it. Absolutely crazy. The problem with it is that she becomes encumbered and loses movement. There's really no way around that. You pick up athletic, it supplements it a bit, but you're still taking a little bit of a hit of that 1 AP per movement. I personally like this a lot when we're defending a hard point, as I said earlier. There's nothing wrong with running the MK2A3. This is a fantastic item on her as well. As I mentioned, you're getting double the ammo, so she's getting mad shots with that. She's getting 16 rounds. Fantastic item as well. Really, they all do a job, but what I have fallen in love with, and I like on her the most, is that simple RPG2. The IMX-SA RPG2, absolutely phenomenal. I cannot say enough about it. And so, with a laser rifle and this RPG, I'm stacked. I got everything I want. I put her in, I run in, I get within range. She does not miss, and she wham bam slams, thank you ma'ams, and it's so good. And then as far as the armor, put what you want, whatever you want. You want her to be more covert and not be seen, go for that concealment. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want her to be more tanky and hefty, go for that. Put that on her. For me, I like a happy medium, and so I use that standard protective vest because I want 2 accessory slots. I don't always use them, and then I want decent armor, but I also don't want it to be too heavy in cost. That's one thing that makes Carta so great is you can invest in her, and she is cheap in the end. That's the really big benefit of her, and so that's what I would suggest. Of course, in accessories, I love my smoke grenades. I almost always have to have them, and then with her and her being mobile and then getting in and around, I absolutely love to pick up the anti-tank mines. I've done a job with them. Smoking the opponent's tank, going up to the tank, putting mines around it, getting back out, or planting a C4 next to it, an explosive charge. These things are amazing tactics that really, really work well for her. Of course, if you want to put specialty ammo on her, that's perfectly fine too. It's going to do a job. It's going to do a really good thing. Maybe you're fighting bugs. You want to pick up that rend ammo. Maybe you're fighting Menace and you want to make sure you got the armor piercing ammo, which armor piercing does a job pretty much against everything in some shape, form, fashion. It's up to you. Play it your way. That's the thing about Carta is she just hits hard and incredibly well with great accuracy with investment. And then she's a hard flex past that point. She's probably the most versatile character that we have in this, squad leader, I should say, that we have in this. And yeah, you get to play her your way. This is just how I enjoy playing her. And yeah, I hope you find a way to enjoy her. So let's talk about the squad cost. So I'm going to just select this mission and go into it. So you can see right here, Darby costs $399 supply. That's her supply cost for me. But we go on down here to Carda, and she's $286, and she's been heavily invested in and has a decent setup. And she is cheap in comparison to, say, Darby, which of course is a no-brainer. But like Lim, I haven't invested as much in. He's got a pretty basic kit, no specialty, no infantry special, and he still is the same cost as Darby, who has that and then some. Really, really interesting stuff. And I'm going to be honest with you, Darby, in my opinion, does a way better job than Lim. Lim fits a special role in my group where he's just running in, hitting hard, and he's highly mobile. She's not as mobile as Lim and cost effective with her action points because it's not in her kit. You know, she doesn't have the run and gun type deal. But, man, she does just as good a job and feels just good. Like, I honestly can't run without her most of the time. So that's how I feel. And so, yeah, Carta, heavy investment, cost efficient. You will not regret it. She is arguably, by some people's standard, the best squad leader in the game, and for good reason. But that's just my opinion and what I see. I hope this is beneficial to you. Let me know what you think. Make sure you drop down in the comments and tell me all about it. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you do with Carta? I think we all would benefit from hearing your feedback, so please make sure you drop down there and tell us all about it. I've been getting a lot of really good feedback on these videos from the community, and you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I think it really benefits everybody to see how you play and your interpretation, so thank you so much. I love this community so far. It's been fantastic. Huge shout out and thank you to my soldiers. You boys and girls supporting the channel make a huge difference in this content and what I can do, and I'm deeply grateful for you. If you too want to support the channel, make sure you check out the links down below where I've got Patreon, Ko-Fi, as well as, you know, YouTube members, and then the Discord. Make sure you join our Discord where we talk all things really tactical gaming, but Menace is definitely included. And yeah, until next time, guys, I will catch you later. Bye.